Hi there, this is Christine Collins with Transform Create. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. And I wanted to pop on and talk about something pretty cool and interesting that I think you'll find to be pretty fascinating. I certainly do. So as you know, I am an NLP practitioner and a hypnotherapist, and in that realm, we do a lot of things that involve what you would consider to be visualization. And what I mean by visualization is being able to conjure up an image of something that is not happening right now. You know, typically it's something that you would imagine happening in the future, something that you would like to have happen in your future that you are wanting to create. And I think sometimes, you know, for those who are perhaps not as well informed, they may consider this to be sort of a magical or even hokey, you know, kind of practice. But the reality is that there's quite a bit of science actually behind using visualization. And if you're at all familiar with sports psychology and some of these other realms where it's used pretty heavily, then you'll know that athletes and even Olympians often use the practice of visualization to create in their minds what they want their performance to be like. They will actually visualize the details of where they're going to be, what the course looks like, depending on what type of athlete they are. They will visualize all of the sensory details that are going to be part of that performance, everything from sounds, sense, to textures, to the way the air feels, to what they are actually seeing and experiencing kinesthetically, as well as their emotional state in the moment. And that's an important piece too, is to connect your emotional state. It's a very powerful tool, and that's why it's used in sports psychology. And there's actually, if you look, there's quite a bit of evidence around the benefits of using it. And interestingly enough, there's also science around what happens when you visualize making a particular movement. For example, there have been some studies with stroke victims and other patients who are wanting to move a limb, and the same region of the brain, there's actually increased blood flow to the same region of the brain, visualizing moving, say, your right arm as actually doing it. That's pretty fascinating. So when you ask yourself, is visualization hokey? Is it, you know, just sort of this like empty thing that we do because it makes us feel better? Actually, no, there's quite a bit of science to it. And so when you wonder, is it science or magic? I would argue that it's both. We don't fully understand yet the way that our brains work and why some of these things work, although we are beginning to understand how that connection exists through research, and it's beginning to be understood better in the scientific realm. So my argument has always been, why does it have to be one or the other? They can be one and the same, and oftentimes it turns out that they are. So I hope you found this to be interesting, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.